Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a dinosaur named Vinny. Now Vinny the dinosaur was walking in the woods, and then suddenly he heard a volcano. The volcano started shooting lava and fire everywhere. Vinny screamed and said,
"Ah, the fire's scary!"
So, Vinny ran as fast as he could. So, the fire spread everywhere. Trees were falling down. The floor was completely on fire. There used to be nice dry grass on the floor and lots of food for Vinny to eat, but it was all on fire because of the volcano. Vinny was running as fast as he could, screaming!
I'm a lava dinosaur, T-Rex.
So then, Vinny ran, and he found a very big rock. Vinny climbs up the rock. Vinny got to the top of the rock, and the lava covered the floor. But Vinny was safe, because he was on top of the rock. Vinny then sees his pterodactyl friend.
Hi, pterodactyl. Save me!
So, the pterodactyl grabbed Vinny the dinosaur by the arms and flew him away to safety. Vinny and his pterodactyl friend then sat in a cave where the pterodactyl and all of his friends were. The pterodactyl sat down and said to Vinny, "Would you like some food?" Vinny said,
"Yes, please."
Vinny then ate some of the food. They had apples and chocolate.
And bananas.
Yes, and lots of bananas.
And orange.
They also had oranges.
And they had blueberries.
So Vinny sat down, eating bananas, blueberries, oranges, and a little bit of chocolate.
I need to sleep from the whole night.
So, Vinny then sat down with his pterodactyl friends and started eating his chocolate. When Vinny was eating his chocolate and finished coughing, he then lied down in a bed that his pterodactyl friend gave him. He closed his eyes and went to sleep. The next day, the sun went up. He checked outside, and all of the floor was covered in rock from where the lava had solidified. Now the whole floor is covered in rock, and there is no food. All the banana trees have been killed by the fire. There is no food.
There's no food.
So, Vinny's pterodactyl friend goes out and flies in the air. Vinny's pterodactyl friend is flying everywhere, trying to see if there's any food. Vinny's pterodactyl friend said, "There is no food anywhere, Vinny. I can't give you any food, and I can't even feed myself, because all of the food is gone and burnt down. What should we do, Vinny?"
Maybe we can get some from Legoland.
So Vinny and the pterodactyl friend decided to fly to Legoland. So Vinny opened his arms, his pterodactyl friend grabbed onto him and flew them over to Legoland. Vinny gets there and they land. There is food everywhere.
There is food everywhere.
What food was there, Vinny?
Oranges, bananas, blueberries, strawberries everywhere.
So, because there was so much food, Vinny and the pterodactyl grabbed as much food as they can and ate it. As Vinny and his pterodactyl friends started eating their food, Vinny then decided, "Oh, we need to go, grab all this food and bring it back to the other pterodactyl friends, because there is no food over where they are." So Vinny's pterodactyl friend grabs a big basket and fills it with lots of food. Then they fill it to the top with food Vinny then says, let's go back and feed the other pterodactyls. But then, a bunch of Lego men, Lego Batmen, lots of Lego comes out and says, that's our food.
That's our food.
So then, Vinny looks at them. They pull out swords and guns and they say, give the food back. Vinny looks at them and roars.
And they walked away.
And they all got scared of Vinny's loud roar and ran away, screaming. They all screamed and ran away. Then Vinny and the pterodactyl grabbed all the food and flew over to the other pterodactyls.
Yeah!
So, all the pterodactyls then got their food. They all said, thank you so much, Vinny and pterodactyl friend. That is very nice of you. They all sit down and eat lots of bananas, oranges, and much more food. So, they're all sat there chewing their food. And then they say, we are now full. We've had lots of yummy food. It's time to go to bed. So, they get in their covers, lie down, and close their eyes, and fall asleep. But then, the next morning, they wake up. The sun has risen,
You scared
but
me.
there is no food.
You scared me.
Did I scare you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So, there's still no food because they ate it all. So then, they hear a noise outside. The sound of stomping. It's the Lego men. They are all outside the cave with the pterodactyls, and they're saying, give us back our food! Vinny says, no, go away, and gives an almighty roar. This time, the Lego men were not scared. They pulled out their swords and they said, give us back our food, or we will eat you.
No, I will scare you away.
So, Vinny and the pterodactyls think of a plan to scare them away.
Ah!
They tried roaring, it didn't work. None of them are scared. They run in and they say, get out and give us our food. Vinny says,
No.
so then, Vinny says, I only know one person who can scare away the Lego men. He then grabs his pterodactyl friend and they fly away.
And they grabbed him and dropped him in the volcano.
So they grabbed one of the Lego men and dropped them in the volcano. But then, Vinny and his pterodactyl friend fly away even further into a giant place called Miri Castle.
It's the T-Rex.
And inside there is a giant T-Rex called Mummy Dinosaur. Now,
Mommy T-Rex.
Mummy T-Rex is Vinny's mummy, and he says, Mummy, there are some Lego men who have stolen all of the food that we worked so hard to get, and they want it back. But if we don't take their food, then we won't be able to eat because of the volcano. Mummy then says, I will deal with them. Mummy then says to Vinny's pterodactyl friend, where are the Lego men? Vinny says,
They're in the volcano, Mummy.
so they travel to the volcano where they have a clear view of the cave where all the Lego men have stolen back their food. Mummy T-Rex says, how dare they steal food from my baby Vincenzo? She runs in there, sees all the Lego men, and gives a big roar! So then, all the Lego men get scared and run away. There is then no food left. The Lego men had eaten it all, but they ran back to Legoland.
Is it the end yet?
Oh no, Vinny, it is not the end. Because then, Mummy T-Rex goes to Legoland and says to them, "Listen, my boy is very hungry. Could you please share your food? And then when all of the trees grow back down in Dinosaur Land where Vinny is, he'll stop." The Lego men then say, "I guess we can share." So then, Vinny and his friends go along and share the food with the Lego men.
And I cuddled the Lego man.
So Vinny's then there, coughing and cuddling the Lego men because he's saying, "Thank you for letting me have some of your food. That is very nice."
Us having some of your food, thank you, Lego man.
And it was also very generous. So then, after they get all the food, they go back to the cave. Vinny eats lots of chocolate and oranges and bananas and pasta and honey on toast. And then he lies down and goes to sleep. The end.